Can the Insta360 Go 3 camera take on the almighty GoPro line? I'm going to unbox it and give you my first impressions. Hey, I'm Kirk, and this is Tech It Before You Wreck It. We all know the iconic GoPro action cameras. These things are small, they've got great quality, they're fantastic. But have you seen this? The new Insta360 Go 3, they call it the Tiny Mighty Action Cam. And it's cool, it's a two-part unit. The camera module actually pops out, so it's pretty tiny, and then it sets back into this base unit that can help recharge it, that has a flip-out screen. It looks really, really cool. So, I'm going to take this to the table, I'm going to unbox it, and give you my first impressions. There you go. There it is. The Insta360 Go 3, the Tiny Mighty Action Camera. It's even got Go in the name. I don't think that's a coincidence, considering how popular the GoPro is. So take a look. Here's the box. Pretty simple enough on the front. You can see down there in the corner, 128 gigs of internal memory. So that's built into the camera itself, which is always nice. I like using external cards, but it's nice that it has some memory built in case you don't have a card, in case you have an emergency or something along those lines. Some pretty typical product photos on the side here. Let's look at the back. Inside the box, what do we got here? We got the camera with lens guard. We've got the action pod, they call it. Pretty cool. Charging cable, quick start guide, warranty card. We've got the magnet pendant, so you can use it like that, like hanging around your neck, which is kind of cool. The pivot stand and what they call the easy clip. So you've got a couple of different options for using the camera there. We've got some technical specs on the back there, many of them not in English, and then typical barcodes and such. Insta360 on the bottom. On the side here, you've got kind of a breakdown of some of the cool features. Lightweight and portable, magnetic mounting system, hands-free POV. We've got a 2.7K video. Flow state stabilization, which is kind of cool. If you haven't seen this, it kind of stabilizes itself, almost like a stabilizer or a Steadicam type of thing, but it uses software to do it, which is pretty cool. 360 horizon lock, which is cool as well. Waterproof up to 16.4 feet. Multifunction action pod. Voice control, something we saw with the new GoPro just announced. It can do voice control as well, makes sense. And then AI-powered editing, which obviously is a software feature, not so much a hardware feature. So here it is, the Insta360 Go 3. That is a mouthful. Let's open this up and see what it looks like on the inside. We are breaking the plastic here, fresh out the box. You know it's the real deal when it still has the plastic on it. And there you go. It's the new box shake, right? This is classic. Oh, what a nice job. Look at that presentation. I am a sucker for presentation when you open the box. You know, classic Apple style. And these guys did an awesome job. Look at that. It's a tiny little camera in the middle with two words, think big. Kudos to these guys, Insta360. Nice job, well done. Oh, check that out. So it's not even taped, it's not even mounted there. There's a magnet, which is something you use when you attach this to mounts and stuff, and it's using the magnet to keep it there. Guys, that is cool. Nice, nice job. Let's see what's on the back of here. The back of this camera dissipates heat and will get hot during use. Avoid prolonged direct skin contact. Yikes. A little scary, if I don't say so myself. Oh, that's kind of cool. On the back of the camera, you've got those little pogo plugs for charging and stuff. Pretty cool. On the front here, a little piece of plastic on the lens. We'll pop that off. Look at that lens. Check that out, guys. It's a cool little looking camera, isn't it? And it is really tiny. Look how small that thing is. It is cool. I'm not sure what this little thing on the bottom here is. Maybe like a lanyard attachment. Looks like a microphone hole there. Maybe another microphone hole as well there. Looks like a light right there in the front. This thing is pretty slick looking. Let's open it up and see what else is inside. So we've got a user guide right there in the front. Where's the metal that this thing was attached to? It must be inside this flap. So they must have, look at that. Now that is clever design. When you've got a device that has a magnet in it, and you say, we're gonna unbox it like this, we're gonna do the presentation like this, that's some forethought, that's some nice focus on the packaging. I can really, really appreciate that. All right, the accessories, it says, are in here. And there's a lot of stuff. This feels like Christmas morning, doesn't it? So much stuff in here. So many little things to pull out. I'll go through them all. I want to get them all out of the box first. And then we'll kind of go through each one, see what we got. So there we go. The box is empty. This is one of those boxes you almost want to keep it. Maybe I'm an unboxing nerd, but I want to keep it. Comment below if you're like me and you keep really cool boxes for stuff that you get. It's hard not to, isn't it? I think so. All right, so inside here, we've got standard USB-C charging cable. I'll set that to the side. And there's just so many goodies in here. It's almost like you don't know what to look at first. All right, what else do we got in here? Quick start guide. Nothing super interesting there. Oh man, there's more stuff in here. All right, let's get it all out. I think we got it all. So this looks like maybe the pendant thing that you wear around your neck. Let's crush this guy out of here. Let's see what this is. Oh, maybe that's like a little rubber wedge. I do not know. Oh, I see. So you use that with the neck pendant if you want to change the angle. So you want it to kind of point down more so than straight up. Optional angle adjustment insert for tilting camera. Nice job. I mean, that's a nice touch. That's something you might need. You wouldn't necessarily get. We've got some Insta360 stickers. Cool. Always fun when companies include those in the box. We've got our warranty card. We've got our safety guidelines. You know, I'm going to read deeply through that. We've got more about waterproofing. Oh, that's kind of interesting. A whole book about the waterproofing. Good for someone who's maybe diving with this thing or surfing with this thing or what have you. So this looks like this is the neck thing that you wear around your neck. Oh, look at that. Nice. So it kind of rolls up inside of itself. When you wear this around the neck, this attaches right there through a shirt or something along those lines. Very, very cool. Man, these guys just crushing it with the accessories, I gotta say. And this looks like this is what attaches to a hat or something along those lines. This is this, man, it's in here so good. It's like hard to pull it out, which is good. It gives you a little bit of confidence knowing that. But let's see here. So what does that say? Please be careful when opening the clip to avoid damaging the clip or scratching your fingers. So the clip is, yeah, it's super, super tight, but you know it's gonna stay. And when you put the camera in here, this part adjusts too. So you can clip this to, let's say, a hat or something along those lines, and then you can adjust the angle by adjusting that as well. Very, very cool. We got a little like tripod deal going on here. This is like a stand, I suppose. What do they call this? Use the cover to protect the sticky pad from dust. Oh, it's one of those little micro sticky thingies. Let's attach this real quickly here. And then I'm assuming this attaches to the camera. Oh, so those little black things I was asking about earlier, those are actually latches for this. This is probably more so, you know, something that you're going to attach to a skateboard per se, and you really don't want this falling out because it does have a magnet inside of this mount, but then this acts, that's cool. This acts as like a double protection. So you've got the magnet holding onto it, and then that latches it in there as well. So it's not going to fall out. When you're ready to take it off, you push the buttons on the top and the bottom. There's one on the bottom as well. And then you pull it off. Nice job, guys. This stuff feels very well thought out. You know what I'm saying? And these aren't cheap accessories. I mean, this thing right here, this is metal. I mean, I can tell that this is metal. The base is plastic, but this piece on top is actually metal. You can tell that this is stuff, they put some time into it. They wanted it to be quality. It seems that way, at least, just my initial reactions, my initial impressions, I should say. And this is what they call like the pod here. What does it say on the back? The action pod is water resistant only. Do not use it underwater. So this does not go underwater for obvious reasons. You've got all these exposed contacts and all that stuff. This can go underwater. So then that goes in there like that. Very cool. And on the back is where the screen is. Oh, it's turning on. I didn't even do that. And this thing feels really, really impressive. I gotta say. Now, you know, for some people, they like the simplicity of a GoPro because it doesn't have pieces and parts and moving pieces, but I gotta do the app. Okay, I'll do that later. I'm gonna get to that. But you know, I think I could see a lot of people going for this. And I like that the screen flips up, so you're doing selfie vlogging or something along those lines. You've got the screen on the top, I know on the GoPros, the newer ones include the screen on the front and the back, so you don't need this. But this is nice because it's a bigger screen and you're not using two screens. Plus, I like that you get the flexibility of pulling this thing out and using it as a small device. And then you can put it in here, and it's more, once it's in here, it's maybe a little bit big, but it's similar to the size of a GoPro when it's in here. It's got buttons on the side that look very similar to GoPro buttons. You can use that to turn it on and off. Slick, very cool. And then over on this side, what do we got? So this button must release. There we go. So it's got those clips inside there as well that we saw on that other mount. So those clips actually clip it in. So it's not going to come out of here without pushing this button. I like it. And then you've got your USB-C, your charging port, probably for sending files over as well. You've got a record button on the top. And I think that's pretty much it. So the memory, we were talking about internal memory. Well, this thing is too small to put any sort of card in it, or at least it doesn't have a slot, so you can't put a card in it. It's entirely sealed. That's why it's waterproof and such. And so there's no spot in here for any sort of micro SD card in the camera itself. And so that's why it's got the memory built into it. It's a very interesting decision because a lot of people might say, well, I want more space. I want to have giant files, giant 4K, and maybe this isn't so much for those people like the GoPro is, for movie makers and such, but maybe it is. I mean, I guess we'll have to see what the quality looks like, how much you can record, the record times, and all that stuff. But I got to tell you, I think this thing is cool, and I am super impressed out of the box, just like the thought out design, all the little things in here that really seem like they put this together in a way where they want this to be a cool experience. They include all these little accessories. A lot of companies would charge extra. You'd have to buy this stuff. This is all in the box. This is everything you get in the box right here. Can't wait to try out the Insta360 Go 3. Simple enough, and we're going to do more with this, guys. We're going to test this camera out, show you all the different modes that it can shoot in, all the really cool software stuff that's built into this camera as well. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you see those videos when we release them in the upcoming weeks. Tech it before you wreck it.